Hello and welcome back to the Practical Pinball Podcast. My name is Justin and I am glad that you are with us today. And it's 4th of July, so happy 4th of July to everybody out there. Be safe as you celebrate, because remember, in jail you have top ramen, you have stamps, but you have no pinball. So be safe out there, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, because that's going to help this channel to help other people get involved and get into the hobby. So the question I'd like to pose today and ask you is this: should you ever finance a pinball machine? Think about that for a minute. Should you ever finance a pinball machine? You know, and you're probably thinking to yourself, people don't struggle with this idea. You know, after you look at all the reviews and you see everything going out online, you see all the new games, the new Transformers, Sonic the Hedgehog, you look and you see maybe a Harry Potter, or even that Elton John looked pretty sweet, even though that's not my cup of tea or whatever. I like espresso. But the fact of the matter is when you look at that, it's no different than when you go to a car dealer and you drive there in your old Honda and you get there and you start smelling the new Tesla and you're like, oh, this is sweet. People do that, and people end up getting locked into contracts and different things. So yes, my friend, you can get caught up in the hype, and you can get caught up and start to ponder it. I've done that before, where I'm like, well, if I'm going to spend this, I might as well spend a little more, finance and get, something new, maybe get a Stern Pro or something. But let's say your budget's like $2,500. The games in your price range are going to be Lethal Weapon 3, made by Data East. Really fun, really affordable game. It's got ramps, it's got multi-ball, it's got that everybody dance now, and it's got ZZ Top, and it's got a police blue topper on top. It's got ramps, it's got multi-ball. You can get one of those. Or maybe a high speed, amazing game with flow. It's Steve Ritchie's game that came out in the 80s. Great game. And it's got multi-ball, it's got a super fast orbit, it's got the cop light on top. You can get one of those as well. Steve Ritchie masterpiece. Or number 3, maybe you could get a Pinbot. A masterpiece of a game with a cool space theme. You can lock balls in his eyes, great music, various goals. You try to make it to the sun. High replayability. Or maybe like an 8-Ball Deluxe. I don't need to say any more on that, because that's an amazing game and probably one of the best single ball games ever made. But the list goes on, and that's what your budget's for. And you could buy it outright and enjoy it. But, oh man, that new Transformers game. Oh my, it's so much fun. Megatron even shoots the ball at you. And you look, and Soundwave holds the balls and then spits them out because he's a tape player. Because you know what? Tape players are still cool, even though it's 40-something years later. And, somebody's going to make a mod for Optimus Prime so he transforms. And, really, it's more than I'm budgeted for. And I mean, you're already spending $3,000, so you're already on the way to Transformers Premium, which is $10,000. And with tax, I think I calculated it somewhere around $10,800. That's $7,800 more than your original plan. Let's just say you do 15% APR financing. Let's say that's your interest for it. You're going to be making payments over the next 4 years. Each payment's going to be roughly $225. That was my car payment on my very first car, was $225. And the interest you're going to be paying on that game is another $3,020. So the grand total for that Transformers pinball machine is now going to be around $13,820. And then what's going to happen is after 4 years, that game's going to lose its value, because since then, let's say 20 other games come out. So what was originally fun and you enjoyed is now a payment sitting in your living room that you cringe every time you walk by it the first of the month. It's no longer fun. It's bondage. It's something that you become a slave to. Yeah, you can sell the game off, get something else, but you're still locked into a contract. Could you imagine if the repo man repoed your pin? He's out in your front yard and you think he's going to pull your car, and he ends up going, I'm here to take Pokemon. And he makes a joke about catching them all or something. But I remember a while ago I picked up a roller games from a guy, and it was beautiful. It had glow-in-the-dark bands. Maybe I'll make a video with it. LEDs all throughout. It was really tricked out. Beautiful game. Great price. The same place I bought it from, they have the 70th anniversary Godzilla sitting in their room. And I looked at the guy and I'm like, wow, that's such a beautiful game. That's so cool that you could get that. And after that, he kind of had this sad look on his face, and he goes, you know what? We're financing it. We're making payments. And in a few more years, it's going to be paid off. I don't know about you if you could even enjoy that. Could you imagine, yeah, it seems like a bad idea. And the reason it seems like a bad idea is because it is. Yeah. If you have to finance a car to get to work and you're like, well, this is my livelihood, and okay, you got to do that. Maybe a medical thing happens with the kids. Okay, yeah, that might be justifiable to put on a credit card to do that. But I personally, it's a personal conviction of mine. I wouldn't put a pinball on like financing it, even if it was like 0%. It just, I don't know, it just would take the fun out of it. But it's easy to get caught up wanting the latest and the greatest, of any game, or what about this? A new iPhone, a new TV, a new gaming console, maybe even a new guitar. I love guitars. And the thing about those is you can look at it and you want that, but you're not going to have it. The cool thing about with every flashy, single new, brand new thing, like every pinball machine that comes out, is we live in the United States. We live in a blessed country, and you're able to go to a pincade and play that. Play Transformers Premium till your fingers numb up and your wrists and everything and your legs hurt because you've been playing it so much. Go play Jaws, go play Harry Potter, go play whatever game that you want to play, because you can literally drive, like I said, anywhere you want. And there's pincades that have all this going on. You can literally drive and do that. And then you come home and you still have your older game in your living room. You can hone your skills on, learn how to work on it. And eventually one day you're going to trade that up. And maybe one day you'll get a brand new Stern. Maybe you'll get a new Jersey Jack. Maybe you'll get something like that. So don't finance. Hold off. It's a bad idea. Super bad idea. Don't get sucked into that trap, because in pinball is not going to be fun anymore. It's going to be a debt. You're going to have collection. Like, it's just bad. So thank you again for tuning in. Please subscribe. Please, send this to a friend. Maybe he's wanting to get into pinball. She's wanting to get into pinball. Doesn't know how to get one. Doesn't have any idea. I'm going to be covering more and more topics like this. That's going to be practical advice for you to help you get into the hobby, have one at home, learn how to work on it, learn how to flip it, learn how to navigate this hobby, and I'll see you next time. Thank you again.